Hello, and welcome to another episode. Today, we've rebranded as Elementary, and I am so delighted to interview my guest today. So, thank you for joining. And in a few minutes, my guest will ask to join. So, I hope you're having a great evening wherever you're watching from. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And my name is Jacqueline Watson. For those of you who have watched the show before, thank you for returning. And my guest will ask to join any minute now, so we'll get started. There you are. Hello.
How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear
I
me?
can't hear you.
You don't hear? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Perfect. So
How
great.
are
Thank you so much for joining on this Instagram Live. We'll get started. So for everyone watching, today my guest of honor is Ruscan Doors. So if you wouldn't mind actually sharing your Instagram handle with everyone.
Sure, it's at Ruscan Doors. It's Ruscan Doors.
And today we're interviewing Neal. So thank you, Neal.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, so tell me a little bit about your business and a little bit about where you're located.
Yeah, so we are Ruscan Doors. We build custom front entry doors. That's our specialty. We've had business running for 12 years now. We're located in Concord, around Dufferin and Center, for those who are in the area, around Vaughan. It's 107 Connie Crescent, for those who.
Can't hear you. You try it again.
I can't hear you,
Oh,
Jacqueline. Oh, now I hear you. Now I hear you.
oh, perfect. I guess we had some technical difficulties. Um,
No
yeah,
worries.
so you were saying you've been in business for 12 years and you're located around Connie Crescent?
Yeah, we're at 107 Connie Crescent in Concord, or Vaughan. Different GPSs tell me different things, but it's in the heart of what I say is Concord. We've been around for 12 years. Vlad and Alex have been in the industry for 25 years before they opened this company, father son, a family business here, and yeah, we've been growing ever since we changed our niche. We started getting away from just regular builder doors, and we started doing really cool customized doors, different styles, different types of technology we use for our different styles. So we're unique in our own way, and we'd love for you guys to check us out and maybe come by and take a look at some of our work.
Yeah, so I mean, you're saying unique, custom. I mean, they're beautiful. Like I've seen some of your doors that you put on Instagram, and thank you. They're beautiful. I mean, um, I was like all excited. I was like, oh my. Um, yeah, so if any one of you have checked out their doors before, don't forget, put it in the comments, let me know what you think. Um, but in the meantime, um, I know you mentioned custom entryway doors. Did you say? Do you do what are all the types of doors you create?
So we like to focus on fiberglass doors. They're just more durable. They're a better quality door in comparison to steel doors, for example. We also do steel doors. We do all kinds of doors, but we like to use fiberglass doors for our back doors. We use aluminum doors, sliding doors for patio doors, lift and slide doors, bifolding doors. But that's our specialty is entry doors. We don't do interior doors and things like that. So we focus on custom front entry doors. So we can literally put your face in iron ore in a piece of glass and make a door for you that's different than anyone else's. And we can design anything that a customer would like based on the grooves we use and the staining and the colors and the shaping and whatever goes into our door. We use the highest quality components. And everybody's door is unique because it's the door that they designed themselves with our help, of course.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, amazing. So amazing. So what do you see these days like with trends in doors, like what design trends with doors?
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of things that are transitional now. So kind of a mix between something that's traditional and something that you'll see as modern. I give an example of a modern door, maybe like a smooth steel door with stainless steel strips and a metal pull bar is a modern idea, for example. Herringbone grooves that only we have. If you do see herringbone grooves anywhere, they got the door from us. We have the technology that actually make those grooves very deep and smooth, so people really like the look of that. That's the thing that in my opinion, lasts longest is something that's not too modern, not too much of a fad. Like you're saying, what's a trend with doors? Um, we try to get people, obviously, a door that they love on their own, but we try to push them to a direction of something that will last forever, something that's timeless and not just a fad. So that's the trend that we're trying to set, is a transitional type of look, a unique look that we're starting to see quite often. I wouldn't call them modern, I wouldn't call them traditional, but I like to use the word transitional because we like to spice up something traditional and make it kind of unique and cool that stands out a little more. That's what we're seeing a trend in, probably because we're pushing it that way as well.
Yeah, and as a realtor, I must say, there's nothing like pulling up to a home that has the statement piece, right? Like, I mean, we talk about curb appeal being anything, and curb appeal really doesn't just start with the flowers in the front yard. It starts with more than that, right? And the doors are definitely, there's a big difference when you see these beautiful doors and you're like, oh my goodness, I just want to go in. I can't wait to see what's behind them, right? Because the doors are so beautiful. Um, so I definitely am excited to interview you today. Tell me, are there any problems that you see with doors that I'm not talking about your doors, I'm talking doors in general that you'd like to, maybe highlight for us?
For sure. First of all, I definitely agree with your statement that a door is the biggest statement of the home, even beyond the garden, beyond the brick. I think it's the first thing you see. It really does make a big difference, especially when you start getting into the details of the beauty of a door. Um, there's a lot of problems. You might see two doors that look similar, but what these sales companies do a lot of times, they just buy cheap components and they mark up their profit, they mark up their price. We're the manufacturers, so we build everything in-house. Actually brought a couple of samples to show
Oh, wow.
bad doors and some good. What's really important is the components that go on inside, which is why we are who we are today. We take very close attention to all the minutia that really matter. For example, if you buy a door from Home Depot, they just shove a piece of styrofoam into the door. What we do is we actually inject our doors with polyurethane, so it expands, it hardens, no energy loss, no leakage, no inefficiency. Very important. We also use 4 inches of reinforcement on the inside of our doors, which is probably the most important part for the durability of a door, whereas usually people use 2 or sometimes even just 1 inch of reinforcement, which is not great. We don't have any vinyl wrapping or cladding or painting. It's all PVC composite, one piece of material. It'll never peel off, it'll never warp or rot, it's not wood. We used to use hinges like this. You can hear that squeak.
Yeah.
And we got sick of coming and doing services and fixing everything, so we used double pin ball bearing stainless steel hinges. They
Oh,
allow,
nice. Mm-hmm.
they'll never squeak. Our weather stripping and our sill matches perfectly, very energy efficient. Use a black anodized sill so it won't get scratched. It'll stay black throughout the lifetime of the door. So when we build a door, it's built to last forever. You keep that door for your entire life, hopefully. But two of these doors may look the same, but again, it really matters what goes on inside. So we see a lot of people being ripped off and buying from dealers or other people that just mark the prices up. So when you work with us, you come to the manufacturer, you can see and touch and see what actually goes into our doors and how important having good components is for sure.
Wow, yeah, I mean, that was a lot of information on doors, and you're right, people can get easily fooled by just a look, right? And the look is, I mean, we're getting a lot of really good comments too. Some people say, there was one comment earlier that said best of the best. Um, Talk 555 says, awesome innovation. I know my doors at my home are always let the cold investigating in a suitable and elegant door is definitely worth it. And so, yeah, we're getting some good comments. I'm sorry if I missed a few. I'm trying to keep up with everyone's comments and listen to what you're saying as well because you're sharing so much valuable information, even for me. Um, so, tell me, like, how do you then, like, when you're doing a consultation, how do you, um, you know, uh, advise a customer on, what sort of not not push it, but like how do you advise the customers to what to select or what would look nice based on the house they have, right?
So a lot of it's personal opinion. There's no right or wrong, I guess, when it comes to art or style when it's personal, right? But first, I'd like to get the sizes, maybe even a picture of the current entrance, see what we have to work with there. I personally like a single, wider, bigger door than a double door, for example. So I would usually give my opinion that I would like a wider door, a bigger door, make a bigger statement, maybe have two side lights, two side pieces of glass on the side instead of having just a double door. Um, I would like, for example, to see the color of their brick. So if they have a lighter brick, I like to suggest a darker door for a contrast, right? And vice versa, if it's a darker brick or maybe a lighter door. If it's a grayish type of brick, I really like our charcoal color door. That's actually probably our most popular is our charcoal color stain. We have a dark, medium, and a light charcoal stain. And it's really personal opinion. I try to take people away from what I think wouldn't look so nice in certain situations, like getting a dark door on a dark home, for example, to keep it simple. But again, it's really personal opinion. If you want a wood grain type of door, smooth, it really doesn't matter. It's really whatever the customer likes. I can just give my personal opinion, which is, for example, the contrast of light and dark for a brick, and my personal favorite colors like charcoal stain or any custom stains that are popular that we have. They're all really nice, but that's generally the way I like to push it based on the sizes, based on the brick color that they have, and just the overall look of their home. If it's more of a modern or a traditional home, then give a few examples, and then we can play around and find something that's comfortable for the budget of the customer.
Yeah, that's a good one that you brought up, the budget, right? Like to work with what they have and what they want to accomplish. Um, how would you ensure that the doors, I know you touched on this already, but how would you ensure that the doors are durable and weather resistant?
That's a good question. So first of all, based on the components I've showed you, because we use fiberglass doors mainly, it's great material. It'll never dent. It won't warp or rot. Steel can dent. Steel can warp. Wood can warp in our weather. But I'd say that's the main thing is that uh, the components we use, the durable equipment we use, all PVC composite, even the paint and the stains that we use, gel stains, oil-based paint under. So it's very durable, it's good in the sun, it lasts for life. So that's the way our doors are built. fiberglass is great. Our jams, our weather stripping, our brick mold, everything is top-notch quality. So that's how we make sure it's first of all weather resistant, because like I mentioned, the sill and the weather stripping, right, very tight. And just the material we use, we ensure, because it's the most important thing, durability and quality, and making sure that it's secure as well. For example, we have a multi-point system on our locks. So it locks from the top, middle, and the bottom, if you can notice. So
Oh, yes.
you open the door, it's a nice tight close. If you think about the physics of it, if you keep pulling the door from the middle and it's oversized, the top and the bottom can start getting loose after time. So this ensures that tightness and durability for years, right? Wow. So those are some examples of how we'd like to keep that door durable and weather resistant, especially in our weather.
You know, the earlier question I asked you was how do you help someone, you know, determine what sort of door? And you mentioned, you know, a bigger single door with two side lights. I mean, I can tell you, when I was buying a house once before, I wouldn't actually even look at a house that had a single door, right? And I absolutely wanted a double door entry. Then I wanted to change the hardware on the door, and I actually wished I had a single door because, you know, if you go just to the regular store, it's pretty hard to get those. You have to order like two sets of live, and oh, it's just a nightmare. But, you know, what sort of warranty do you have on your doors?
Lifetime. Our doors are lifetime.
Wow.
We know if we made a mistake on our door, if there's a little nick, if there's something wrong with it, we get all hands on deck. We redo the whole thing. We'll never release a door that has any issues with it. We have installation warranty as well. So we install the doors. If the customer wants to install the door themselves or has another installer, then obviously they would lose that installation.
Yeah, of course.
But we have a lifetime warranty on our doors. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. That's really good. Wow, I didn't expect that. So how does someone go about ordering a custom door from your company?
So I would suggest they come in, just so again they can see everything. I can educate them a little bit about what goes on in the door. But you can call over the phone if you know what you like. If you have your sizes, it's very simple. You can place an order and we can get that into production. But we do try to get the customer to come in and show them around and get everything done here on the spot. Usually saves some time as well, instead of going back and forth, phone calls and emails. Add this to the quote, add that, take it away. So usually within an hour, if someone comes in here, they'll be out with an order for a brand new door, and that should be done within 8 weeks.
Oh, okay, perfect. And so do you have a website? Perhaps?
We do. We are currently revamping it, but it is ruscandoors.ca. That's RUSCAN doors.ca. And you can check us out there. You can check us out on our Instagram, obviously, as well. We have 24,000 followers on Instagram, organic and growing. So very proud of that as well, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, that is really amazing. And I want to make sure that I've actually showcased everything there is to showcase about your fabulous company. And so if I, you know, feel free to share anything that I may have, you know, skipped over or missed.
So there's a lot that goes into doors, and be surprised. I wouldn't say it's a complicated matter, but there's a lot of facets to it. Other than what we've spoken about, I think the best way would be to come and take a look at some of our doors, take a look at our Instagram. You can call and make an appointment or come and walk in. I think we covered a good amount for indoors. But yeah, we're a family business, been around for 12 years. Everyone here is family, friends. We work really hard. We have great product. And other than that, we're always ready for service. We're always available on call. We install all over Ontario. We ship all over Canada. And we're growing faster and faster. And we're just proud of the work we do. And I would love for you guys to come in and actually look at some of our doors. And you can do that by making an appointment over Instagram, over our website. You can call in and do that. And we'd love to show you around.
That sounds fabulous. So before we wrap up, let's kind of, give everybody your Instagram handle again. I mean, yours is a little different than the company. There's a Ruscan Door handle, and then there's your
Yeah,
Instagram handle,
sure.
and located at 107 Connie Crescent in Concord. Ruscan Doors, everybody. And what's your Instagram handle for?
My personal Instagram handle is Neal, that's Neal underscore Ruscan Doors. And obviously our general handle is Ruscan Doors. So follow up, and we'd love to see you guys soon.
Yeah, so thank you so much for taking the time. I
Thank you.
mean, the interview is absolutely fabulous, and I mean, the doors are gorgeous, and I'm like absolutely honored to have you as my guest. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline. It was a pleasure.
Uh, and for all of you watching, we're totally, glad you spent a little time with us this evening. So thank you again, and until next week, have a
Thank,
nice evening.
thank you.
Bye.
Bye.